it's about a woman, Susan, who's played beautifully, I think, by Amy Adams, who's living a very empty, hollow life. However, she has every material thing that our culture tells us she should have, and she's trying desperately to be exactly what our culture tells us she should be. Yet she's quite dead inside. And she receives out of the blue a manuscript written by her first husband, and she starts to read it, and it is violent, and it's dark, and do you want me to keep going?
We should say just there's one detail that I wanted to tease the audience with. When she receives the manuscript, it draws blood.
It does. She rips open the paper, and there's a prick on her finger, which tells you a bit about what's to come.
That's symbolic.
Yes, it is definitely symbolic.
So then what is the...
Well, her husband is trying to say to her through this book, which is very visceral and quite the opposite. It's set in West Texas with Michael and Aaron playing good guy and bad guy. He's telling her, this is what you did to me. This is what happened. And I don't want to go too much further.
There's another way it's easy to explain by saying who plays who. So her ex-husband...
Her ex-husband is played by Jake Gyllenhaal.
Right.
Both her ex-husband in real life, and then he has written a somewhat autobiographical novel, and Susan's reading it, and she casts him, of course, as the hero in the novel, because he says earlier, we find out that no one ever really writes about anyone but themselves. So he plays two roles.
Right. And there's three different sort of narratives. There's her life as an art.
Yep. Well, there's Susan's life in the present, which is very cold, set in Los Angeles, very cold, very empty. Then there is this novel, which is very visceral, which is set in West Texas, totally different world, totally different tone. And then there are the flashbacks of Susan's life when she was younger, because this novel starts to make her think about her life with Edward, Tony, and through reading this, she changes her perception of the past.